Hi, nice to see you. That was really rocking. That
Oh,
was
thank you.
awesome.
It was, you know what? I didn't realize it was the faster version of the song until I had to sing it, and then I was like, I've never been on speed, but I feel like that's what it feels like. I should never do it.
It was great.
I hear that you recently went to Korea. Is that true? Yeah, and you hadn't been in a very long time, right?
Yeah, I went for the first time in 30 years when my mom passed. She was Korean.
Yeah.
So it was really cool, but really deeply emotional trip. But like it was like fun too, because Korea is super cool.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think it sounds. I love traveling. I think it's such a blessing and a luxury to be able to travel like we do, especially for like a living for our jobs. But yeah, I thought that was super cool. Did you learn Korean on the plane?
I did. I did.
I heard that you did, and I was like, you're very good. Duolingo is so disappointed in me.
Right. No, totally. Yeah, my best friend, Dumbfounded, shout out Dumbfounded, came with me. And he was like teaching me Korean on the plane. Yeah. But then I would use the Korean in Korea, and he didn't teach it to me right. So everyone was like, because we were at the restaurant, I was like, may I have some rice? Would be like, rice now, like that kind of thing.
Oh,
and
no.
I was like, you didn't teach me good Korean. Like now I'm out here like, and people are like, what are you doing?
Like super aggro. Like you're like,
super aggro. Like, you don't know. Yeah. Blind leading the blind.
Yeah. You're a native New Yorker.
I am.
I moved here. I love it so much.
Yeah.
It's such a fun city. I heard you. Did you throw the first pitch at the Mets game?
I did throw the first pitch at the Mets game.
Were you nervous?
Thank you.
Like I can throw a ball.
What?
But I can throw a ball, but were you nervous to do it?
I was really nervous, but the ultimate Mets fan, it was a huge honor because I grew up by Shea Stadium, in Queens, and my dad is a huge Mets fan, and it was over the pandemic the first time I did it, so I couldn't throw it to a player, so they were like, what about your dad? And my dad was like, freaking out. He showed up to the game wearing like dress shoes, and I was like, Dad, you know what and sunglasses, okay, like dark sunglasses, and I was like, what are you doing? And then he turned the opposite way. I'd be like, Dad, I'm over here, so it was like he looked like it was.
Did he catch it?
No.
Oh.
But I also didn't throw it. I know, I felt bad, but he was happy.
Yeah.
The tip is to go high.
Okay. If they ever ask, I'm going to do that. Okay, don't ask. That makes me nervous. Well, we saw this photo that you actually posted of your dad, and I didn't realize. Was he a musician?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Yeah. I don't know if he was a recording artist necessarily.
Well, then you don't have to be that. Like he loves to be a musician, obviously, right? Loves to play.
Yes, he does that like the guitar noodling thing, like where like he's like you're like talking to him and he's not listening. He's always done that.
Yeah.
And he just like blasts his electric guitar. I'm like, Dad, to chill with the midlife crisis, Oh,
I think it's cool. Lean in. Learn something new.
Yeah.
He's feeling very confident about his abilities right now.
I am so sorry, Dad. I've really thrown her in the bus.
This is something else that your family and I have in common. I am obsessed with flowers, like botanical gardens everywhere. And I heard that the botanical garden here in New York was very special for your mom, right? Yeah. You even had a birthday party there?
I did have a birthday when I was, one of my last birthdays I had with my mom was at the Botanical Gardens. And
so it's even more special now.
Yeah, it was like really, really special. But then also, I think all my friends were like, why are we learning about seeds? You know?
I'm your mom.
Yeah,
my daughter's like, Mom, all of us don't want to do this.
It's called a Vanda Awkwafina. And it's from Singapore.
They named a flower,
Yeah. So that when it happened.
Look how beautiful.
Yeah, it was a total coincidence, but it like the significance of it was like so powerful. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty too.
Even the language of an orchid. Purity, refinement, loyalty. It's a beautiful message. Just saying.
Thank you.
I want a flower. That's so cool. We need to just throw it out there. Don't want to throw a pitch at a game, but I want a flower. That was a look at her latest movie, Kung Fu Panda 4. It's in theaters now. So were you a lover of it? Because this is your first time being a part of the Kung Fu franchise, but there's been 3 previous ones. Were you a fan of them?
Yes, I definitely was.
Me too.
Yeah.
I watch them even when my kids leave the room.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You keep it on?
Because it's just on it. I'm like, oh my God, they're so cute. And I love the little life lessons. Yeah, I love it.
The life lessons. And I think there's like a really unique like comedic language in it,
that parents and kids can enjoy.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yes.
I loved it.
Do you love being in the studio, like doing the animated stuff? I do.
Yeah.
Because you can wear like whatever.
You could be naked. You could be naked. You could show up with like one shoe. Yeah.
Someone might be offended, but who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Because that's like it's just my voice.
Yeah. What is this one about? Who's your character?
So I play Jen, a fox that is also a thief And Poe, there's a lot of different changes going on in Poe's life and stuff. And I think, you know, just Jack Black kind of stepping back into that role was amazing.
He's so great.
Yes, he's like the most amazing human. You are too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No,
he's like.
Oh my God, we can both be.
Yeah,
we can all three be. No, he has a lot of energy as well.
Yeah,
like when he was on the show, I was like, I think I found my counterpart.
Oh, he was like kicking a lot.
Yeah, that's right. We both have a lot of energy. Yeah.
Yeah. He's so fun to work with, and yeah.
You actually got to be, now this is rare. I heard that you were actually or I think I saw a photo of you both in the studio together doing it, which you usually don't get.
No, you don't.
Usually
get
you do it alone, and that's like harder.
Yeah, it's harder. It was one day.
Yeah.
It was, oh yeah, it was one day, and actually that day it was, I understand why it is isolated, because he's so funny and he goes so, like, he like gives it all, dude.
He was bleeding into your mic or something?
No, I think I was laughing. Like I was like laughing, and it was like I'm ruining the take probably. But yeah, I don't think it's good to do animation like with one mic and like the whole cast doing like the Bee Gees or something, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you have to do it.
Everybody bleeds on top of each other. It is kind of cool though, because at least you play off the energy.
Yeah.
That seems like it might be cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. This is, I'm just gonna point it out, your third time to play a pickpocket.
Yes. Third bird, third pickpocket.
Just third bird. Yeah, I'm just saying you're getting typecast at this point with animation.
I don't know. I'm like giving like klepto. I don't know what's up with that.
People are like, who looks like a costume?
I know, they're like, yeah, the costume, yeah. Which is crazy because I would never even think to pickpocket.
Yeah,
somebody.
You don't have to tell us that.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I just want to coat
you have to
that.
defend that.
No,
Yes.
I appreciate
I just
it.
think it's interesting. What is a very like specific thing.
I know, what's up with that?
I don't know.
I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, if someone calls you for another pickpocket or bird, you should just be like, why call me? I'm just curious why.
And they were like, that because of that voice.
Yeah.
No, I never get called to play the detective that's like solving the pickpocket cases. You know what I mean? I'm just like the one that's like
a detective.
Yeah, I could see myself as a detective.
Yeah. I want to see that.
Yeah.
I love your voice so much, by the way. That's why I think people love you. I've seen you in so many animated things, and I think they call you because you have such a cool voice. It's such a specific thing that everybody knows right off the bat.
Yeah, I guess
Do you like your voice? I don't leave voicemails. I hate my speaking voice.
You don't leave voicemails?
I don't leave any kind of like voice memos.
Oh,
yeah,
voice
welcome
memos.
to the 90s. Yeah, wait, I don't mean voicemails. I'm old. I meant like voice memos.
Yeah, I hate listening back to your own voice memo. It's like, I can't believe I sent that.
But yours is like sexy and like sultry and like raspy.
Thank you so much for those words. I really appreciate it. You know, it's like your voice is something that you can't change, right? So like when I was born, I feel like I definitely, as a young child, was like, hey, like I literally sounded like this when I was really little. So and I was always kind of like insecure about it because it was like really deep.
Yeah.
So like now doing like, you know, animated movies and stuff, like it's helped me gain an appreciation for it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the reason why you're amazing at it is because it's such a specific voice and it's so cool.
You have a great voice,
Yeah.
too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't have my speaking one, but
Yeah.
So you just got to be a Grand Marshal. Was it Chinese New Year for Chinese New Year?
Yes.
Yeah. Was it in San Francisco?
San Francisco.
I love San Francisco.
It's a
great city.
It's a great city.
Yeah.
It's like you leave your heart in San Francisco. Yeah.
I left my heart there too. That's Tony Bennett. So no, but what made you want to do that?
I mean, it's one of the last like nighttime parades I think that's left in the country, and it's huge. And my family was like freaking out. They were like, what? Like you're gonna be Grand Marshal, and so it's just like a big. It was a big honor, I guess.
So cool.
But yeah, parades though are like. It was like a lot of sensory stuff. But it was cool though because the whole city came out, it feels like, and there was like such a vibe in San Francisco.
Yeah, and it's always beautiful. They always have all these beautiful dragons, like things going on. It's so, I love it. My daughter got me into it because her school in LA, they celebrated Chinese New Year, and I didn't know anything about it. So, and she came home like wanting to celebrate it, and I was like, Google. I didn't know anything about it, but I think it's so cool. Like culturally speaking, like we're such a melting pot here with all these different cultures, and like to learn about that, even if it's not yours. My daughter is obsessed with Chinese New Year, so she would have thought you were the coolest human ever doing that.
Oh, that's cool.
There's no segue here, really.
Okay.
I just think this is awesome that your cat can pee in a toilet.
Yeah, okay.
So I want to show this.
Because
Like, there's no segue, but like, I just like, can a dog do that? Because I'm like, I have dogs, but I'm so jealous. Did you teach your cat how to do that?
He taught himself how to do that. So
you have a prodigy.
Yeah. So they discovered he was living in a house, another house at that time, and with like roommates, and then they saw paw prints on the toilet. And they were like, because they would find pee in the toilet, and then be like, what pee is this?
And why aren't you flushing? Yeah.
And why is it flushing? And then they found little paw prints on it, and then they caught him in the middle of the night doing that. Because I think he lived with another cat that really gussied up the litter box like in a really bad way. So we just went to the toilet. But he can't do number 2.
Greatest thing ever.
Yeah, he can't go number 2 because he loses his balance and stuff.
Like,
you don't really, yeah. Just number 1.
One of my manager, I'm outing her. My manager is taking care of my I think she was 2, my daughter, and she didn't really realize because she's not around kids much that she had to hold her.
Oh no!
And so she fell in the toilet.
Oh
which
no!
Is so awesome. You're welcome, Trisha. She was like, I didn't know I was supposed to hold her. I was like, oh my God,
like
it's
soaking
amazing.
wet.
Yeah.
Okay,
she doesn't remember it. Builds character is what I say. But man, the cat nailed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to do another quick commercial break. Just solving world crises left and right on the show today. Kung Fu Panda 4, y'all, is in theaters now. Go see it.